Sherman and Tingle in the morning.
It's time to Ask Blanche.
This is where Blanche Horowitz from our collections department swings in and answers your questions that you've sent in. And I know that you're excited about answering some today. Blanche?
I do.
Good morning.
My question is, dear Blanche, I am 6'8", and I know you said before that your late husband Ira was a shorter man. Was curious what you thought of taller men. Mike in Crown Point. Hello, Mike. Yes, Ira again, God rest his soul. He was a tiny, frail man, but I liked that about him. I find his smaller men to be kind, attentive, and warm. And I know smaller men get a bad rap. Some of my girlfriends have said they suffer from short men's disease, where they're overly aggressive to try to make up for their lack of height. But I would disagree with that. Ira was weak and frail, which made it easier for me to satisfy my rancher fetish.
Your rancher fetish?
Are you familiar with that?
No.
It's a gratification from calf roping small human beings.
So, like a lasso?
Pretty much. Ira, we would do this together, and he couldn't escape old Mistress Blanche. I remember back in the day, he tried to run from me in the house, and I would chase him on my mobility scooter and lasso him like a calf at a rodeo.
Wow.
I tied his ankles and his wrists together in about 5 seconds flat, throw some dollar bills on him, then go to the kitchen in my leather suit and finish my Sanka before I broke out a paddle.
Wow.
It was very good, but I gotta tell you, I have no problem with taller men at all. I like a big oak tree to wrap my arms around. As a matter of fact, in 1984, I met an attractive taller man named Rich at the old Excalibur in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, the brick building? Yeah, right on Ohio.
Yes.
Or it was in Ontario.
That's correct. We were on the dance floor, slow grinding to Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do with It? Oh, such memories. I'll never forget it. My face was in his belly button because he was 6'8". Well, I convinced him we should take the party back to my apartment, which was actually my first real experiment with calf roping, my rancher fetish. Anyway, I remember I brought him inside the apartment, and he was looking around. You know when someone goes into your house for the first time, they're kind of walking around, looking around at the places? That's what he was doing. And so there I was, and I had the rope in my hand, and I just felt this urge, so I lassoed him from behind, and wow! He started kicking and running like a spooked horse. He was so big when he ran, I held the rope on tight, and he dragged me around the room, and I hit the dining table and shattered it. And I remember I stood up dazed and confused, and I see him across the room looking at me like a crazy, scraping his feet on the ground like he was a PBR bull about to charge a rodeo clown. So, I took off my red underwear and waved it like a matador and led his charge straight into my master bedroom, where we played a naughty game of Texas Roadhouse. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's where I branded Blanche's bull on his rear end and watched him kick and scream. Anyway, it was so great. The next morning, we had a wonderful night. The next morning, I walked him to the door, gave him a kiss goodbye, and I never saw my little raging bull again until I saw him making money off the bull nickname I gave him on a hit TV show called Night Court.
Bull?
Richard Mole.
Oh, that's the guy you were dancing with?
Richard Mole was the guy who I met at Excalibur.
Wow.
And then he started using my nickname Bull on Night Court.
Wow, of all people.
It was so fun.
Wow, so you gave him his start then, kind of.
I did. It was a wonderful story, but I want to share that with you. I have no problem with taller men at all.
Wow. Well, way to give somebody a career with a bald head and very tall.
Thank you.
The Sherman and Tingle Show. Mornings on 97.1 FM The Drive, Chicago's classic rock.